Hi, folks. Nomad here, and you guys know I'm a storyteller. Well, I've been wanting to speak out for a little while with everything going on and make a video, so I figured I'd tell a story that hits white privilege head on. Because when people hear the term white privilege, it pisses off a lot of white people. Because they automatically think that it's like, oh, we just had, like we don't have any problems. We didn't have to work hard to get where we're at, which couldn't be further from the fucking truth. And I have a story that I've wanted to share, and I'm going to share it now to give you. It isn't a violent one. It doesn't end with anybody getting hurt. It doesn't have anything to do with the police. It just showed white privilege right in front of my face. So I had a driver helper one year. Good kid. I mean, he was a young kid. He was, I think, maybe 19, no older than 20. He was a black kid, probably 6'2", 6'3", weighed nothing. A stiff breeze could have knocked him over. He was mild mannered, polite, good kid, man. And him being a basketball player, we hit it off well. Me being a former college athlete, we had a lot of shit to talk about. He was a good helper. He worked hard, and we had a good dialogue. So anybody that's in the business, that's such a huge thing. You have somebody you can talk to. It doesn't make it weird. And me and this kid got along great. And so this was close to Christmas time. So this would probably call it maybe December 22nd, December 23rd. Wasn't quite Christmas Eve. And by this point, I'd gotten to know this guy really well. We'd shared dozens of stories, had a good time. So we got a wine delivery. He has the case of wine. I'm walking up. He's to my right. So as we're walking up to the door, and this has been a little while ago, Ring doorbells weren't really around. I don't want to say they weren't invented, but not a lot of people had them yet. So woman opens the door, cracks it open barely, and she's to my left. And she's just peeking out looking at me. And I'm like, hey, it's, got a delivery for you, wine delivery, just need a signature. And she looks out and she sees the truck and she sees me and she's like, I just had to make sure everything's okay because I've been hearing that people are acting like they're delivery guys and they're showing up with a few black guys and they're robbing people. She had no idea he was standing beside me. So I'm like, well, I think you're going to be pretty safe with me because I only brought one black guy with me. And she, peers out and sees him and goes, oh, well, I didn't even, being all flipping the script, being nice as hell. And I'm like, you got caught, bitch. Just sign for it and fucking, So as we're going back to the delivery, I look at him and I'm like, dude, I'm sorry about that. I felt terrible that she said that. And he just looked at me and he's like, oh, don't worry about it. It didn't even faze him. And that's when I realized that it didn't faze him because he's been dealing with it his entire life. That woman sees me in a grocery store. She probably smiles. She sees him. She may grab her purse thinking he's going to rob her. And just because of the color of his skin. And it's the looks and the things like that. That's what white privilege is. And I don't know how we start to get over top of the hump that, so we can move forward to set things up better for future generations, because we've got a lot of work to do now. And this isn't going to be something that's fixed overnight. Just know that in unity, there is strength. Black Lives Matter. We're here for you. We need people, white people. I can only speak for white people. We just instead of getting defensive, maybe listen to a story. Listen, especially where I live. I live in a predominantly white small area. For anybody that's not local, you wouldn't know where I'm from. Call me, I'm from bumfuck West Virginia. And, a lot of people don't have, especially people that haven't left here. You see a lot of closed-minded people on social media especially. And I feel like if we can listen more, share stories, communicate. The media, I think, is one of the biggest enemies we have. I'm not going to get into that because I've already talked long enough. I wanted to make sure that I said something with all this going on. I wanted to speak up, and I just wanted to say that white privilege is real, and I can go into a lot more details if you want me to. We can talk about Ahmaud Arbery, just flipping the script. All right, yeah, we'll do that. Flip the script. Ahmaud Arbery gets killed on the street in Georgia. We find out now that the person filming it, they were recording the hunt, quote unquote, which is fucking sick. Which makes sense now because when you see the video, that the person's calm. They're calm and collected. And, you know, you'd think if somebody's witnessed somebody killing someone, they would be like, oh shit, maybe I'll get out of here. They just killed this person in broad daylight. They might try to fucking kill me. But here, flip the script here. That video came out in February. And it took It took 2 months for that video to go viral, have a bunch of uproar, a bunch of outrage for them two men to get charged. Flip the script. If it was two black men that shot down a white jogger with 12 gauges and that the white guy was unarmed and they had that video evidence in the Deep South, you don't think a fucking arrest is made? You think it takes that video to go viral nationwide? Shit. White privilege is real. Black lives matter. All we need to do is start listening, communicate, and let's be united. Have a good day, everybody.